Heroism Tower Defense. This game has a lot of content, but there is also content which is either really hidden or that you can only see it due to the RNG. The simplest example of content which is limited due to the RNG is Mesmerizer badge. You can get it by getting into the lobby where it will appear in a 1 in a 500 chance. But well, what else is so rare or hidden in the game? Well, hello, I'm Redvan and in today's video we are going to go through all of Heroism Tower Defense hidden content. If you are going to enjoy this video, I will be glad if you show some support by either subscribing or leaving a like or whatever, really, almost everything will help. So let's get into it. We are going to start off with a build award interactions. But well, what is that? In short, build awards are special interactions on a map which can be activated by clicking a specific thing. This reveals pieces of lore and changes in aesthetics of the map. At this moment in the game we got 8 build award interactives. I'm not going to name all of them, but I will just show you how they look and how to find them. Clicking this flag on Fort Leodes map will make a bunch of statues appear, and also will spawn this dragon. I won't be theorizing, but I think it's meant to represent the defense of paladins from Eclipse, which is already indicated by lore from our bestiary. Interacting with this firepot cauldron on Emerald Tower map will make a Grand Merges Syra and Gunter appear. And this will also change the looks of the tree. I can't really tell what is it meant to represent, but I'm guessing that it's either them enjoying their time or to show that both of them are connected by either magic or place they both come from. Clicking this helmet hidden behind the box on Battle of Wits map will make the chess pieces on the board come to life. I'm guessing that it's a battle between Eclipse and Paladins, though I'm not sure because we can see new characters here. By clicking this monster box hat on Amazing Digital Simulation map, we'll make the sun go down and spawn this hidden two-time beam. Except that on regular basis there is also hidden Digital Circus reference. This hat is a reference to Lee ZG. Because he wears the exactly same hat and also is the main founder of the Heroism Tower Defense game. But if you know anything about him, you will realize that this has much deeper meaning that you could ever imagine. This basic hat, looking at the sun, is the Lee himself, observing all he had been through, and against all odds, against all world, he is here, looking at the sun, which is everything he had ever made, led to this, his biggest achievement, and hoping there is much more to come. I can't lie, but it has to be one out of my favorite build awards. Clicking this conductor hat on Lantern Station map will make, if I'm being honest, I have no idea what are these. On other hand, we got a hidden reference to Daki, a community manager for Burn to Build team. Also a fun fact, but this map also happens to be one out of the hardest to beat as of right now. Clicking this scan on typical tropical map will make Agency Against All Evil appear, where they trade illegal firearms with Azura, the black market dealer. Clicking this hat on top of this hill on Westwind Outskirt map will make a dynamic shooter action appear. I also got no idea what is it meant to represent, but I'm guessing that it's related to a future hero. Okay, now when I'm doing a research on it, I think it's meant to represent a shooting where a Jacqueline took place in, like this guy. Clicking this silver Dominus hat on Total Disaster map will make references to natural disaster survival appear, and also will summon 7 and 7 where he will try to take care of Cool Kid. We also got a reference to Alice for Lead, which happens to be the first person to have their map accepted into the game. In main game lobby there is a lot of things that you can find, from dialogues to Easter eggs to pieces of lore. Honestly, going on every Easter egg with detail will be quite pointless, so let's just speedrun it. This helmet is a direct reference to Helldivers game. This is a reference to Reimu from Touhou. Behind a donation board you can find developer spots where you can see mini versions of every developer and also find this mafioso bunny. This cat is a reference to Maxwell the cat. At feeding stand you can find these rations, they may make you feel dizzy. This little pumpkin with a hat is a reference to Pumpkin Man, who had started a rationale cult. Dialogue between these guys is a reference to a popular meme of red and blue Doritos.
They have done absolutely nothing wrong, but they're blue. I've always hated the color blue. You know why?
Why?
No reason.
This cube is a reference to Aeonia from the Dream game. This little moth on top of this tree is a reference to Top Donator, the mozzarella cheese. This cheese has no real reference, but I think it's meant to show how ironic it is to put Scorpion on top of this tower, since he is a close-range tower. After some research, turns out that I was wrong once again. If you go into other tower, you will find this phantom Hawk, which says that he dreams about cheese. I think this guy just picked the wrong towers. This egg is a Easter egg left by Lee through all of his games. It appears in Magic 8 Ball game, for example. Dialogue between these guys is a reference to a top shotgun gear gardening.
That's what you do. Okay, now let me show you how I would remove it, okay? See these three here? Ready?
Well, granted they're gone, but you can't garden with this
They
shotgun.
have ceased to exist.
By clicking this paper on this board, you will be able to get lobby gears by completing the quests, but I won't be showing you how to get them today. Except that there is also a FNAF reference and Red Dead Redemption reference behind it. In already started game lobby you can also find a few references, like a Gabi, another Rationale, Napoleon and this thing. We don't talk about that. Okay, now let's get into stuff which requires some luck to get them, or in short they are based on RNG. The thing that bases itself on RNG, for example, are dialogues. In every lobby there is a chance that some dialogues can be different. For example, Azura sometimes won't be present on her stand. And just so you know, there is like a lot of variants for dialogues in lobby, like Gunter Encounter, Prextor, and like a lot more. Going over all of them would take way too much, so just know that there is like a lot more than I show you. Remember these guys? So turns out there is a chance that plant they are taking care of will now take one form out of these three, which is a pea shooter, sunflower and sunflower model. When joining a new lobby you have a chance to find these balls scattered around the lobby. It's just fun to play around with them. Sometimes you will be able to notice this noob at this tree. It's a reference to a scared noob meme. At this hill you can find James Commando, where he will have his picnic. It also appears with 4 variants. Variant with Carl, Red, Timmy and Piotr. This Nameless Man and Jacqueline dialogue is a reference to Red Dead Redemption 2, more directly to a accounting accountant dialogue.
Hey, there's a beautiful spot.
Sure. What are you doing here?
My accounts. I'm an accountant.
Is that so?
In a way.
What's your name?
You know, it's the darndest thing. I can't remember.
Tell me your damn name and where you know me from.
Well, I know you from Mexico. I know you from back out west. Hell, I know you from all over.
Tell me your name or I won't be responsible for my actions.
Oh, but you will. You will be responsible. This is a fine spot. See you around, cowboy.
Remember when I told you about Mesmerizer badge at start? Well, here is how it looks. Huge credits to Lee for providing me this clip. It's also an obvious reference to Mesmerizer Vocaloid song. Okay, when we are already in topic of RNG, let's get into this fun fact. In Heroism, at the moment you can find 15 maps. Let's assume that it's your first playthrough. In theory, like just saying, in theory, there is a 0.2% chance that through 20 game sessions you won't find one specific map. This way, in theory, once again in theory, you might have missed one map before. Just saying, but it's kinda an interesting fun fact. Also a shout out to people who had helped me in solving this probability. Did you know that Heroism Tower Defense also has other spin-off games? Like Tycoon, which is a April special for community. Or Forevermore and Poisonous. How do you spell that?
Poisonous. Poisonous.
Poisonous, okay, Poisonous. Forevermore and Poisonous, okay. Which is a special game for first ever 100,000 visits for Heroism Tower Defense. And also a sequel to Heroism Tower Defense, which is Heroism Tower Defense Original, or named as by other people the worst tower defense game ever. I don't think it's bad, but I guess it's named that way. Say hello once again. Cinema. Yeah, my bad, I wasn't recording. Yeah, but I also found PZ. Say hello to PZ, everyone. Yeah, hello, Badu. Okay, nice.